This is an exciting video, my friends. Now is the time to consider, are there some opportunities with a whole lot of upside potential in the foreseeable future? Hello everyone and welcome back to Derek on Chain. Today is going to be a very exciting video where we're going to look at some bargains right now in the cryptocurrency space. The bear market that we're in right now here, 2022 to 23, is epic. And with a massive bear market comes massive potential. Because when prices fall 90% off the top of the bull cycle, it presents a fantastic opportunity for people who might be interested in sniping out some investments at the perfect time. See, right now is the perfect time to get into a position. And why I'm making this video is because everybody I talk to spends so much time agonizing over how the prices have fallen 90%, 80%. Why are they so low? When are they ever going to get higher again? It's the same exact thought process people were going through 2015, 16, when they were again experiencing a horrific bear cycle coming off the 2014 bull market, right? Just want to make sure I'm saying bull and bear markets correctly here. We are at the bottom, the trough, they call it, the accumulation phase. Smart money investors are getting positioned right now while it's quiet, while there's fear everywhere. Warren Buffett always says, buy when there's blood in the streets, meaning there is nothing but red. There's nothing but red candles all over your TradingView chart. But oddly, that's when people are frozen and paralyzed and don't take the opportunity to get in position. Now, I understand it takes a lot of time to wrap your mind around this dangerous, volatile market of cryptocurrency. And most people treat it like betting and gambling. I get it and I understand it. I've talked to these people every day. Here at Crypto Fluency, we're trying to educate you, to give you some education so you can educate yourself properly, gain some knowledge. So it's not a bet, a gamble. Rather, it's an educated, understood decision about a new disruptive revolution coming in all of technology and all of finance, and much more. Every single industry will be affected by it. I just put out in my blockchain blueprint course on the website, cryptofluency.com. It's extremely easy to sign up and get this free course. It's free because I wish I would have had something like this when I was younger, when I was thinking about investing in Bitcoin in 2012. Now, I didn't take advantage of investing in Bitcoin in 2012 because I didn't have the knowledge. And I listened to everybody's fear, uncertainty, and doubt, the FUD, where I should have put $100 in. This course is free for you to check it out. I go through 18 different industries and how the blockchain technology is going to affect and disrupt these industries. And this video right here is to tell you about some of the projects that I see are in tremendous bargains. No, I'm not affiliated with these projects at all. This isn't financial advice. Okay, you can hire a financial advisor to get financial advice. I'm trying to point out and make you aware and educate you on the time we're in this cycle. These bull and bear cycles, this cryptocurrency market is a cyclical cycle. It's got a cyclical nature. Modeled after the Bitcoin 4-year halving event cycle. Yes, eventually when full adoption comes, yes, eventually when full regulation comes, will the parameters change? Will the cycle change? Will other crypto altcoins decouple themselves from Bitcoin and surpass Bitcoin actually as being number one? Sure, they will. It will happen. And maybe the cycles will change. But right now we're in a fantastic time. of a cyclical asset class being born, a 4-year cycle. And right now, my friends, we're at the bottom of the bear market. And the thing is, when we get into the height of the bull market, all these people that are come around and tell me, what should I put my money into? What should I do? I'm going to tell them it's not the time. That when is the time? Right now. I get it. If you don't have the time, it's tough. It's tough to understand all this stuff. I have a fast track membership where I let my members know in real time exactly what I'm doing. Check out my fast track. It's meant for people who don't have all the time in the world to understand what's going on. So let's take out our calculators here. I have a calculator. I have this calculator. I have another. I have calculators. Do you have calculators in your life? If you don't have calculators in your life, then what are you doing with your investment, your money? Money is a calculation. Money are numbers. The more you get involved with a calculator, the more your portfolio will grow. So here we are. We got our little trusted calculator out. I'm going to look at around 30 different assets right now. We're going to go through 30 little projects that could potentially be a bargain right here at the bottom of the bear market. So this is an exciting video, my friends. This is an exciting video to see and recognize a potential opportunity as all of this fear, uncertainty, and doubt surrounds us with all kinds of regulation, hoopla, all kinds of adoption, all kinds of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. We're gonna cut through all of it. We're gonna cut through all of it. We're gonna get clear. We're gonna get sober-minded. We're gonna check out and see what some opportunities might be. So right now, I'm gonna go back to CoinGecko.com. This is a fantastic resource. CoinGecko, I did a dedicated video on CoinGecko. So check out your CoinGecko video. There's so many resources and tools that you can use for NFTs, cryptocurrencies. You could look at exchanges, decentralized exchanges, the whole nine. CoinGecko is great. CoinMarketCap.com is another fantastic one. I actually have that widget on my phone. So if you sign up, like you don't have to do anything. I just signed up through my Google account here. You can actually create a portfolio. And what I did for you all here is I put together 30 separate assets here. Now, because Crypto Fluency is a education on cryptocurrency and blockchain technology that is based on the Cardano ecosystem, you're going to see Cardano here up top, and every single one of these tokens is this, what they call a CNT, a Cardano Native Token. So almost everyone on here, with one exception, is built on the Cardano blockchain. If you go to Blockchain Blueprint, there's nothing to lose. You literally get 3 hours worth of fantastic content for free that educates you and explains blockchain technology in layman's terms, explains cryptocurrency, explains the potential, and talks about why blockchain is coming after this world. It's already happening. Whether or not you want to understand it, it's happening. See, when disruption happens, it doesn't care if you understand. It's just going to happen. When the internet came, it didn't care about all the people who were confused about it. It went through its maturation phase. It matured and adopted itself and disrupted itself into the world, regardless of all the people who sat there and were like, I don't know what this is. I guess I don't know. And they sat on the sidelines and watched it happen. So I'm a little urgent in this video, okay? I'm a little passionate in this video because I feel a high sense to direct you towards this understanding here. Yes, we're at the bottom of the bear market. Yes, prices are extremely low, but this is the opportune time, I can't say it enough, to get in positions. Cardano here, last bear cycle, we were exactly here last year Cardano was at a very low price. So let me actually take you to tradingview.com. So here we are at tradingview.com. It is a free resource where you can create a watch list. Bitcoin I have here, ADA, I have Cody, I have Singularity Net, World Mobile Token, Meld. I have some of these other ones. Get on tradingview.com. That's a given. It's a fantastic resource for seeing the movement of projects. Okay. Now, why I'm showing you this is we're going to look back in history so you can calculate the potential of these bear market bargains. So Cardano right now is at 36 cents. Now, we're going to go back in history a little bit. If you're solid with calculations and just want the tokens list, skip to 30 minutes. Right now, every candle represents a day, so there's a lot of candles. Once I click the weekly, it's going to condense every candle now as 1 week. So you double click and reset the chart. And now right here, it shows every candle representing a week. It allows me to go back in history a little bit more. So here we go. Cardano is building its structure of data. And this chart here, the specific chart that I have on the Kraken website, takes Cardano back the furthest, in my opinion. There might be some other charts out there, but this one takes you back pretty far. It actually, when I was doing my research back here, when I was first getting into Cardano around here, I needed to understand what the previous all-time high was, right? And this chart gives us an accurate representation of the previous all-time high, not last previous all-time high that happened over here in 2021, the bull market that we just went through. We're looking at the prior bull market to that in 2017, 18, right there. So Cardano goes to $1. It goes to $1 and like some change, 12, 20, 30 cents, whatever. It crested $1, and then that was the tippy top. And then for how long did this market then crash? Okay, how long did the entire market crash? Let's take a look. You can use some of these tools to check this out. Let's look at this. So if each bar represents a week, we're looking at 116 bars here, just general. I'm not making these exact, right? Look at that. This went 97% down, didn't it? 97% down to 2 cents. This asset, Cardano, ADA, one of the largest cryptocurrencies that we have now in CoinGecko, it's number 7. It's the 7th largest asset in all of cryptocurrency. It went and hit $1 up here 2017, 18. Then for the next almost 2 years, because 52 weeks is in 1 year. So January 1st is around here. It's not letting me see exactly because I have this red box. At this red box, it's already at March 23rd of 2020. So it has been over 2 years of time where everybody in the world was saying nothing. Cardano is nothing. It's a ghost chain. It's a scam. It's a nothing, right? It's just trying to take your money. And you know where we're at? We're at this exact area right now, my friends. Over here. This is where we're at. We're at here. This is where we're at. And you know what? I didn't believe these people. In fact, you know when I started to accumulate Cardano? Right here. Right here. 2 cents. 2 cents. So go ahead and take your calculator out. Type in 1,000. That is $1,000. You are going to just, with your calculator, make a calculation. This isn't financial advice. I'm not saying take $1,000 and spend and get Cardano. I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying let's calculate so that we can educate ourselves to what the potentialities are. We're taking $1,000. We're typing in 1,000 in your calculator and divide it because we want to see how many ADA we would get at the 2 cent mark. So we're going to divide 1,000, divide that by 0.026. That's what it says over here in the black, right? So what it says over here, 0.26. So we're just keeping that price as a variable price. That would give you 38,461, depending on your calculator, what you type in, how many decimals. It's going to give you around 38,000 Cardano. So if you would have not listened to all the FUD, and it's exactly what people are saying now, It's the same thing, the same song and dance. There's nothing there. It's lost 90% of its value. And the reason people say that, honestly, is because they buy up here. They buy up here when everybody is saying you should buy. All the news, everybody's saying buy, buy. All the channels are buy. And then the thing is, they go through this long 2-year process of seeing their portfolio shrink and shrink and shrink. That's why I'm here passionately putting out this content for you guys and gals, because it is backwards the way people do things in this space. They don't, for some reason, see an opportunity to accumulate here with all of the smart money investors who are quietly positioning themselves. During this time, they do not do it. What they do is they sit on the sidelines, and when it gets up here, what happens is they buy. And they buy right here. You know what? All the smart money investors here who are accumulating here, you know what they're doing here? They're selling up here. They're selling to who? The people who are now buying. And then the process repeats itself. They go all the way through this long, treacherous time of seeing their portfolio shrink again. And that's what I don't want to see happen again in this next cycle. And that's what I'm trying to help present to you all as something to consider. So let's say with that 38,000, now you could have spread that out, right? You could have put $100 here, $100 here, and this week, $100 here, $100 here, $100 around here. You could have cost average is what they call it. Cost average your way to $1,000. Let's say you have 30,000 ADA because you might have bought some at 3 cents or 4 cents. That's at that time exactly what was happening with me. 3 cents, 4 cents, right? 2 cents. And then you'll start to understand when you're becoming more knowledgeable in this space and more sophisticated in your education, then what happens is you'll know that when an event like this happens, it's not the end of the world. It actually presents you with this fantastic opportunity to accumulate and capture more of a stack for $100 or however much you're comfortable and willing to risk. Because yes, the potential was, I understood the price could go to zero. The price can go completely zero. That's why you want to know and vet the projects and have a great understanding of fundamental analysis before you do anything. That's why it's so powerful to invest your time first, then invest your money. Let's just, in this little calculation, you had 30,000 ADA that you've accumulated for risking $1,000 of your hard-earned money. So what did Cardano go to? Cardano actually hit the $3 mark. Let's say that you weren't amazing enough to hit the top, because here's the hint. No one is, okay? None of this right here where I'm drawing the cursor, if you weren't able to see any of this section and you're just on this day, you have no idea where it's going. You're like, oh my God, it's going to go to 5. I actually thought that it was going to go to 5, maybe to $7 over time. And this bull market really, in my opinion, got cut off way short, and it went into the bear market that we're now in right now. See here, we have no idea. Where's it going to go? Is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? We don't know. So what we want to do is position ourselves correctly, so then we're in the game enough to take advantage of when and how this market moves. We're never going to be able to know when these major events, these massive swings happen. We want to execute a fair amount of risk tolerance, risk awareness, risk management when we're entering this space. Let's say that you sold your 30,000 ADA at $2, right? You can already do the calculation. So if you take 30,000 ADA on your calculator and you times it by 2, you're going to get $60,000. What did you do? You spent $1,000 down here accumulating, and that turned into 60 grand. Then what happens when you sell here at the top, the reason that I'm selling is because I overall want to have more ADA in my life. Because I believe in ADA, I'm actually going to sell up here when all the greedy people are buying, and I'm going to hold that amount. I'm going to hold it all the way down here. Once you sell, you take $60,000. Get your calculator out, take $60,000, and you know what? Minus 20%. That's $12,000. You know what that is? That's your taxes. That's where you're going to take, and you're going to write a check to Uncle Sam or wherever you are. Or if you live in a place where there's no taxes, great for you. So you now have $48,000. If you subtract another 25%, it will be exactly what 20% was of the original amount. So if you take 48,000, you minus 25%, you're going to get $12,000. You know what you could do with that? You could do whatever you want with it. That's $12,000 that you have. Technically, you can do whatever you want with $48,000. But if you are serious about accumulating your portfolio and doing a fantastic job as a cryptocurrency investor as best as you can, my suggestion is that you hold that 48,000 to reallocate it back into the market down here. So let's just imagine that you took the $12,000 and you sent it to the taxes. Now you have $12,000 and you do whatever you need to do with it. You're paying your bills, you're buying something special, you're doing whatever. And now you have $36,000. Here's what I would suggest to you at home, because this is fun kind of stuff to do. Do this calculation as if you didn't take the $12,000. We're going to do both calculations here, right? So now, if we did take the $12,000 away, we're going to be left with $36,000. Okay, so the two numbers we're keeping in mind here are 48,000 and 36,000. I hope that we're on the same page. So we have gained $60,000 because we've invested and accumulated during the accumulation phase in the trough, they call it, the sideways action. We only risked $1,000. And then that grew to $60,000 here in this calculation. We didn't hit the top. If we would have hit the top, that would be like $90,000. So 30,000 ADA that we accumulated times $3 would have been $90,000. But we're going to play it safe in our calculation and say we only hit it at 2. So we had $60,000. You write the 20% check to the government. And why 20%? Because you held this asset for longer than a year, right? You invested for longer than a year. If you buy right here and then sell right here, the capital gain is normally 40%. You just want to be aware of your taxes and your laws when the countries that you are in. In this case, we're going to say 20% went. We're just speculating here with calculation to give ourselves some kind of knowledge and education that might make sense in how we approach this in this current situation and era that we're in right now. So $60,000 minus 12,000 is 48,000. Now, if you were strong enough in your life and you had another job and you're working hard, you could keep that $48,000. What did it go all the way down to? 25 cents. But let's say we reallocated back in at 35 cents. That's 137,000 that now we have again. So you see what happens is you take fiat currency, you take your dollar or you take your fiat and you accumulate it and you trade it into cryptocurrency down here during this time. And what happens is you hold it all the way through. So just check it out here, right? Here we are. Every bar represents 1 week. So this is 82 bars. So this is longer than a year of time that we're holding this asset. Look at this growth, 5,000%. You tell me where a dollar bill can grow 5,000%. And then what we're doing is we're holding the cryptocurrency all the way through, and we're now selling somewhere in this entire area. This is the area where we like to sell. So we now have traded the cryptocurrency into fiat currency again. So now we have dollar bill again, where we're paying taxes and we're paying ourselves, or we're not paying ourselves and we're holding for the full reallocation. So in the event where we held and did not pay ourselves the $12,000 because we're working hard in our life in other ways, we have now 137,000 ADA. We take the $12,000 and pay ourselves. Okay, so what's 36,000? If you take $36,000 and you divide that by 35 cents, you're going to get 102,000 ADA. That's really good. You're going to be now positioned with 100,000 ADA. And if you can imagine that, if you could just hang with me for a second here, what we just actually did was took $1,000 over here 4 years ago, accumulated it, and made swing trades appropriately, not at the very top, but realistically, and we're being disciplined. You now have like essentially taken $1,000 and came over here and acquired 100,000 ADA. And in this case, where you have 102,000 ADA, you also have 12,000 US dollars in your own life. You'd have 137,000 again if you didn't take that 12,000 for yourself, right? We have to pay taxes, and that's another thing of it, all right? So that's with all that included. So why do I say all this? Because here we are again. Prices have dropped, prices have gone down. Again, look, like 90%, right? They have literally gone down 90%. And around this time where I have this first arrow, where we're at the January mark, really does mark where there's been a lot of confirmation that the structure of the markets are changing to a bull cycle. Throughout this entire time of space, people really think it changed like back here. So how long has this been? This has been 77 bars. So this has been a very healthy amount of time for a receding price movement. Prices have been declining for a very long time. So it does fit within the timing bands. And here we are, we're seeing now the prices create new, what they call higher lows. Every time prices drop and create this like low and then go up and then come down and create a low, the lows are lower than the previous low. So therefore they're called lower lows. And let me switch back over here to the daily chart to drive this home. And you double click if you're using TradingView and that kind of confuses you when you switch back where it looks all wonky. Double click the white space, hit reset chart, and there you go. You are now reset. And so what I'm going to do is squish this up again, and I'll show you more of this like lower low, higher low. Look, if I scrunch it all the way up, that's where we are, right up here at the top. And you're seeing these fissures that drop down, okay? These fissures that drop down. And then they go up and down. These lows continue to get lower. Right here, lower, lower, and they get lower. And then all of a sudden what happens is then prices go up and then they go low again and up and go low again. But the lows are higher than the previous one. So they're called higher lows. There's lower lows on the way down in a bear market. In a bull market, there are higher lows that happen. And you see how I have my arrows here? I'm going to continue to forecast arrows all the way up through to the top of the bull market, which could be somewhere around here. You know, it could be like in the 2024 or 25 era. Nobody really knows. Somewhere maybe around here. And basically now is the time. So I feel urgent to put out this video because now is the time to think and consider, are there some opportunities right now that exist while everyone's quiet that has a whole lot of upside potential coming in the foreseeable future? Like you saw with ADA, So down here, right, you had this accumulation phase, and then what happened? It goes to $3. These people who bought here at 2 cents made enormous gains. So can there be an investment with ADA? That's going to be up to you. Traditionally, assets come back in a bull cycle and they eclipse their previous all-time high like it did here. So $1.20 area, it broke that dollar mark, was the previous all-time high. It goes through this long, dredging bear market. And then what happens is that at this day here, over here, it actually, around February of 2021, it passed its previous all-time high, right? You can see the dotted line go all the way to the left and it eclipsed its all-time high. And normally what happens is it then surpasses it and goes higher, and it's exactly what it did here. So will Cardano come back here and eclipse its previous all-time high of $3? There is a high probability that is a potential in the next swing. Not only is it a high probability that you think that this might happen, but you can also perhaps with a fair amount of understanding that it could potentially, there's nothing is ever proven. Nobody has a crystal ball. This isn't financial advice, right? But it might go higher than its previous all-time high. Let's go back to CoinGecko and show you a few of my most mouth-watering projects here that could be a fantastic opportunity. So we're back on CoinGecko, Cardano, right, number 7. But some of these other projects, look, this is number 106, number 314, 399, right? 560. Unless you know what NewNet is, you're never going to find number 672. Yes, look, my friends, NewNet is at 4 cents. 4 cents, right? So we just did that math with Cardano at the previous cycle at 2 cents. And this NewNet is at 4 cents. Look, it is priced. It's in the past 7 days, it has grown 16%. In the last hour, it's grown a percentage. And so you could also like check in, you could look right into NewNet and look at the chart here. This is why I love CoinGecko. This right here, what we're looking at is a 7-day chart. You could also click max, where it brings you the max data. So it gives you some understanding. You're like, okay, it was 19 cents back here on November 30th, 2021. So does it have a probability? You can use this to speculate. I love it also on CoinGecko that it shows you the previous all-time high and the previous all-time low. So the all-time high is exactly where we were just at November 30th, 2021. Over a year ago, it was 22 cents. It is down over 82% right now. And then it also shows you the all-time low. So 5 months ago, this was less than a penny. See, 0.01 is a penny. This is an eighth of 1 penny. The price it is now at 4 cents, right? We just saw it at 4 cents. It is 398% higher than where it was 5 months ago. Do you see what I'm saying? 5 months ago in December of 2022, just 5 months ago, if you would have put some capital into this, that would have already grown 398%. But don't think that you've missed out. That's why I'm doing this chart. There's also certain things that you can get into, and I get into it with my fast track members, where I break this stuff down in real time. We talk about token supply, max supply, fully diluted market cap, and things like this to calculate in detail more avenues to recognize opportunities. If that sounds like something that interests you and you're a serious person in this field, or you want to be a contender in this space, I highly recommend you check out Crypto Fluency and sign up for the fast track course, or at least the blueprint, the blockchain blueprint, which is really, there's no way you can lose. It's free. There's no strings attached. You don't even have to put your full name. You're going to put your email in, and you're going to then get updates with certain news that I have to put out. If you don't want the emails, then unsubscribe to the email list. I'm not dropping a lot of emails, right? I only really connect with the fast track members who, frankly, are serious. They're serious about wanting to change their life. So we're going to go back to the portfolio and check out what is my favorite. I will give you my complete favorite. Look at this one down here. Look at Giro Wallet. Giro Wallet is an extremely exciting one, in my opinion. And again, this is nothing to encourage you to invest money in Giro Wallet. This isn't financial advice. I'm going to say that like 10 more times throughout this video. It's just that this project here is a project that is exciting when you think about it. I have been researching, tracking, auditing a part of their Discord for over a year. And all of what I just said means that I have been analyzing this team. I've been scrutinizing the project, and I see a lot of great things. This channel models the Cardano blockchain and the native assets to Cardano blockchain. And so ADA is named after Ada Lovelace, who is this beautiful mathematician. And so the ticker ADA is named after Ada Lovelace. Cardano is named after Cardano's last name, and Giro is his first name. So Giro here, Giro Wallet, took homage to Cardano's first name, Giro, and this is the Giro Wallet. There are lots of wallets, right? If you look over here, if you look up here, I have Nami, I have Giro, I have Lathe, and I have NewNet. I also have Daedalus. These are wallets on the Cardano ecosystem. But what I like about Giro Wallet is it has a token that the only utility of this token is really the governance aspect of the token. So there is no NAMI token here. There is no LACE token. There is no NUNET token. There is no Daedalus token. Giro has a token, and people say, why would Giro have a token? Giro has a token because it wants to become decentralized and take the token that the community owns and use that for voting in the way in which the direction of Giro wallet makes its decisions. So it's the only wallet that actually is featuring a way for full decentralization in their wallet. What I also love about Giro is that the max supply is only 500 million. Now that might sound a lot to you, but when you go to Cardano and you look at their max supply, it's 45 billion. Some of them are a couple billion, and some of them are way less, like Bitcoin is 21 million. But 500 billion is not that much. It's not that much. They don't have the circulating supply info yet. You know why? Because Giro Wallet is a new project. It's not even ranked, and it is half of a penny. So let's just mess around. I love doing stuff like this with the trusty old calculator. Again, I'm going to take $1,000 and I'm going to divide that by 0.005. That, my friends, is going to warrant you 200,000 Giro tokens. Now, Giro can go to zero and you lost your $1,000. Giro could go to, what's its previous all-time high? Almost $1 about 2 years ago. And it had this crazy all-time low here about a month ago where I think somebody dumped off a lot, but it rebounds. You know, when you're also looking at these DEXs, these decentralized exchanges, which is really the only place where you can get some Giro, you see some of these events happen, but man, was this an opportunity to accumulate a little bit. But let's see, you just got 200,000 of these little bad boys. And could it go to $1? Who knows, right? What would happen if it went to $1? If you had 200,000 of them, that would mean you had $200,000. Okay, so there's no guarantee, right? Again, it can go to zero and you lost your $1,000. So you have to decide what's the risk ratio reward in your life. Is it worth it to you to risk $1,000 and potentially lose it on a project that just had this crazy all-time low? Or do you look at their website? Are you looking at their Medium? Are they responsive in Discord? Do they have tokenomics? And who are these people? Have you looked at them enough to understand and gain the knowledge, understand that perhaps they could be a fantastic play? This is where it comes up to you. And for my Fast Track members, I provide my insights. I provide my portfolio. I show you what I'm doing in real time. I say, hey, Giro Wallet, this or that. And by the way, this portfolio list here that we're looking at is just a list I put together here. These are the kinds of insights I share with my Fast Track members. But I also want to give this to you because it's so powerful, this info, especially at a time when everybody is just talking nonsense in the cryptocurrency space because they really are uneducated. They're approaching it from a gamble casino mentality, and they really want to just like bicker and moan. I'm not interested in focusing on negativity. I'm focusing on powerful projects and protocols being built that are changing the world for the better place. That's why at Crypto Fluency, when you read the pages on the website, we're focused on positive projects that are supporting the betterment of humanity. That's why Cardano is the model blockchain. It's efficient, it's eco-friendly, it's changing the world for a better place. World Mobile Tokens, one that I really love. Why Cody's on here? Cody is the only one on this list that is not a native token of Cardano. But Cody is the organization that Cardano entrusted to produce the JED stablecoin. And so I went in 2021, I went to Wyoming and I was a part of the first Cardano Summit in 2021 in rough and rugged Wyoming. And there was a special announcement where Charles Hoskinson came on stage and announced the partnership with Cody, with Shahaf, the CEO of Cody, and they talked about this partnership, and that let me understand what Cody was, and I began to take interest in Cody. and they have launched JEDs out there, and it's a fantastic organization. Here's another little, maybe perhaps diamond in the rough. Meld right now is going through a token migration event. So they had produced their own token here, their own blockchain. There is old Meld that is now being migrated to this new Meld. But check this out. It's less than 2 cents, right? It's less than 2 cents here. That could be a bargain, right? This is about bargaining. Cornucopias. I've done some videos about Cornucopia. I think they're one of the greatest metaverse projects, gaming projects that crypto in the entire world beyond crypto has ever seen. Go ahead and look at Cornucopias's website. Look at their YouTube channel. They have the Copy Cafe every single week. The founders get on there and talk about updates. It is a pleasure to watch. I watch every single one of them. 3 cents right here. 3 cents. Now remember, we just did these calculations with Cardano on TradingView where the prices were similar. The prices were similar. 4 cents over here in NewNet. NewNet is an incredible, crazy, amazing project built with the SingularityNet team. So this is AI. SingularityNet is AI. They have grown tremendously. This was a lot cheaper a little bit ago, but hey, again, I'm just throwing out some coins here. Indigo also could be a wonderful opportunity, although it's growing at a rapid rate because the tokenomics are different. Paribus, this is a newer project shifting over from the Ethereum blockchain. Yeah, that's pretty cheap. Now, what is Paribus? What are they trying to do? Are they going to succeed? Are they going to fail? I'm not getting into every single one of these coins right here. I'm just showing these coins to you because I know that you're smart enough to get on coinmarketcap.com or coingecko.com, type in Paribus and do your research. Or if you don't have the time, come and see what the fast track is all about at Crypto Fluency. Endmaker is another fantastic project. Again, less than a penny, right? Revudo, 2 cents. The SNEC is like this meme coin that's just been blowing up the scene lately. Drip drops, I love drip drops. I love the platform of drip drops where they are just a fantastic project. I did do a video on drip drops. You can check one of my earlier videos down below. Or if you just type in drip drops, you'll find my drip drops video. They're awesome, man. These guys are really good. Clay Nation, Snoop Dogg's son, Champ Medici, pushed out Claymates. Clay Nation is another metaverse project that perhaps it could be an opportunity. Less than a penny here going on, less than a penny. AA to Finance is going through the roof, just day by day, increasing in volume. And this here also shows the chart direction. So you can just tell immediately that things are going up here. On this one, things are going down. Things are going way down over here with Ring Riders. Wing Riders is another fantastic opportunity to look at because their tokenomics are different. They only have 100 million of them. And that is not that many tokens when you look at some of these other projects. Yes, the price has been going down over the max, right? Over the max. But look, they were up here at about $1 11 months ago, and everything dropping 83%. And yes, they had some all-time lows, but if you look at this in reverse order, we're still just low at the accumulation phase. Eventually, things will go up. Things will go up. The pendulum always swings in the other direction. So we have not really gotten there yet. That's why I felt compelled to share this content with you here, because it won't be like this for long. The tides are changing and things are moving in other directions. MinSwap's another brilliant DEX. It is the dominant DEX. If you watch my other videos on MinSwap, it's the dominant DEX on Cardano right now, sitting at 3 cents a token. Empower is another beautiful project. They're doing affordable housing in Africa. I just love what they're doing. Wi-Fi is going through the roof. They're subsiding a little bit lately, but they just went through a pretty nice uprise. Wi-Fi is a fantastic project. Liquid, the reason that's more expensive is because if you look at the tokenomics, and this is another direction that I want to share with you. It's not just looking at the price and saying, well, I don't know. The reason is because the max supply is different. See how this is only 21 million? It's different than a project like ADA that has 45 billion, right? So you want to factor that in when you're looking at it, right? Let's just go to Cardano. 45 billion. The supply is different. Cardano's price is really never going to get to $10,000 because it has 45 billion tokens. It could get to $1,000. Yeah, there's massive adoption to Cardano. I would support the fact that I think that Cardano could go to $1,000, but perhaps not like $10,000 a coin. Like you see Bitcoin's worth 20,000. Bitcoin could go to 500,000. I believe Bitcoin could be like $1 million token here at some point because the tokenomics are different. So you want to look at tokenomics. You don't just want to say, what's the price? I mean, who knows? Meld, it's 4 billion. That's a lot. It's a lot of tokens, but again, not more than 45 billion, but it's more than 100 million. So I factor in how many tokens in the token supply. Genius Yield is another one. Sunday Swaps, another brilliant DEX. Okay, Iagon, again, I'm just saying these are bargains here. Look at this. Could this be a bargain? Iagon, they have 1 billion in their token supply. Not even ranked yet. 90% down. Like, you see the similarity here? 90% down constantly. It's what you see. We're in one of the most vicious bear cycles that all of crypto has ever seen. Why I like these projects here is because they have survived. They have survived through this bear market. They have built fantastic projects during this bear market. If you look at all of what they have going on in their social medias, in their Medium articles, their blogs, their updates, their websites, their apps, they are upgrading. The bear market provides a wonderful opportunity for these projects to just build quietly, to build the structure, the UI, the UX, the user interface of their projects to a really precise deliverance so that you and I can operate in these dApps. Up here, there's MinSwap, Wing Riders, Liquid, Vi, Smart Places. We got DeFi Llama, CNT tools. Blue Shift is another DEX I did a video about. We got Drip Drops, right? These projects are able to build, and yes, did some fail completely and they're gone forever? Sure. Ardana, gone. Ardana left. Ardana became insolvent. Orbis disappeared completely. Flick token, gone. So yes, some of these projects could not weather the storm. So these projects here are holding strong, and they perhaps can have a massive upside potential in the next bull market structure that I showed you in TradingView that we're approaching right now. That's going to wrap it up for today's video. We took a look at 30 different projects that are building on the Cardano blockchain that could be fantastic opportunities, but no one really knows. You're going to have to be the ultimate decider, right? You're going to look in each one of those and decide for yourself. We looked at TradingView. We used Cardano to see what that price action was in the 2014 bull market cycle that then tipped it into this treacherous bear market where Cardano fell down to 2 cents, okay, from $1.20 all the way down to 2 cents over 2 years worth of time, and then gathered itself in the next bull cycle to eclipse its previous all-time high of $1.20 and then go towards $3 and hit the $3 mark. And then in this current bear cycle, retrace all the way down to 25 cents from $3. That's over 90% loss. And every one of these projects has lost over 90% of its value, these altcoins. So don't let that discourage you from seeing the opportunity, right? And we did those calculations, like what would it have been if we took advantage of some of those opportunities in Cardano when it hit the 2 cent mark, the 3 cent mark, the 4 cent mark, when everybody was talking about how terrible it was. They were just saying nothing about Cardano. It's a ghost chain. It's got nothing there. It's a scam, right? That's what I was listening to. That's what I saw. But I didn't pay attention to that, okay? Because I was doing my own research, my own analysis. I was looking at Charles Hoskinson himself. I was looking at IOHK directly. I was reading their papers. By the way, they have 160 peer-reviewed papers that describe their technology, that describe Ouroboros, that describe Plutus and Mithril and Marlowe and all these languages that they created within smart contracts and to scale things out. It is incredible when you look at the Cardano ecosystem And I say that because every single CNT, Cardano native asset that's building that I showed you, the 30 of them that are building on the Cardano blockchain, get to reap all the rewards and benefits of what Cardano has pioneered. So they're building on the integrity and the security and the scalability of the Cardano blockchain. And that's what's so exciting, because we didn't have any dApps building on the Cardano blockchain released on mainnet during the last cycle. It was only Cardano. But since March of 2022, we have seen the release of hundreds of these dApps, these DEXs, these DeFi protocols, these games like Cornucopias, okay? And here they are launching and gearing up for their first bull cycle. So is there some opportunities in the mix? For sure. Maybe in 2 years from now, we'll watch this video again and see exactly those opportunities were. But if anything, I don't want you to sit back on the sidelines and completely miss out on at least understanding what, if any, opportunities were here right now at our fingertips to take part in right now. Okay? So I hope that you got something out of this video. Check my website, Crypto Fluency. That's going strong. Check out the blockchain blueprint course. You can't lose, okay? If you're really serious and you really want the in-depth analysis, real-time info that I send out to my members, check out the Fast Track membership. And until next time, stay strong, stay healthy, and always be prepared. We'll see you in the next video soon.